This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Lush Lawn. And you ever wake up with a kink in your neck? My wife, she makes these, they're race packs. So we stick them in the microwave. Oh, and then they heat up. Feels a lot better quickly. All right, let's get to it. We still have the warmth on the way. We still have um, weather systems that can make snow on the way, but more and more you're seeing more of the days in the forecast take on the spring tone than the winter tone. Now, we start this morning with a little bit of wintry weather across the thumb and into the central part of the state. This was expected, and reports out of the thumb is it's a little slick. This will be a morning thing. Okay. Hey, good morning, Janet from West Branch. So you don't see a whole lot there on the radar except for the thumb back through Standish and Tawas and to Houghton Lake area, Big Rapids. It's a couple of hour precipitation. Let's look at the radar forecast for today. And here's that area of precipitation 9, 10, 11, noon. Still hanging on into the thumb, 1, 2, and done. But otherwise, Detroit, Ann Arbor, Grand Rapids, rest of the state, you have it A-OK. And tonight's dry, and tomorrow is dry, and tomorrow's nice. And by Thursday, we'll start to try to get a spritzel here or there, but mostly dry conditions. All right. Good morning, everybody. Just started snowing lightly there in Montague. Amy Ross, thanks for the report there. And good morning, Ed. We're just Friescock, maybe? We'll just call you Ed F. How does that sound? I've been called Mark T a lot because Torregrossa is a tongue twister. Temperatures this morning into afternoon will be slow to warm up from Saginaw, Grand Rapids northward, but south of there you do make it into the 40s to near 50 degrees. This is this evening. Lansing, Ann Arbor, Detroit, Grand Rapids, all making it to 50. So you're going to improve quite a bit as the day wears on, while the Saginaw Bay area and the thumb will stay on the chilly side. Northeast also. Traverse City could be warmer than Saginaw with the wind off of Saginaw Bay and the wind not off of Grand Traverse Bay. All right, so what do I have lined up for you? Hopefully I have this correct. Okay, here we go. And thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Lush Lawn. So our next thing to watch for is warm weather. All right, so we're into tomorrow, and that's a nice pattern. That's a southwesterly wind. It scours out the cold air from Lake Huron and pushes it over into Canada, and maybe just brings a touch of a cooling along the Lake Michigan shoreline from about Grand Haven northward to the bridge. And Wednesday's dry. And Thursday, like I said, a little shower tries to come through. Now look at the difference. The European, remember, yesterday was missing us to the south with precipitation. It's back northward up to Saginaw and Grand Rapids or so. This is Friday night, Saturday morning, and that would be a perfect time for snow. Nancy Turmel heading to Kazoo this coming weekend. How's the weather looking there? Not really too bad. I mean, you could be in this snow Friday night, Saturday morning, but as soon as the sun pops out, the temperature would pop above freezing. This is Sunday, and then the next warming trend comes in on Monday into Tuesday. Next storm system, and on the backside of it could be snow. See, I'm having even a hard time saying it, folks. And we go out 10 days, and then look, there's another big sustained warming trend. And that right there, if it were to verify late March, reeks of Big time spring. Now, what does the U.S. model say? The U.S. model was farther north. Remember, it was into a snowstorm in the UP, and this is what it says. It's held about correct, or about like it was yesterday. But that's Saturday afternoon, so it's a little slower, which is rare for the U.S. model. The reason why it's slower is it's got this cut-off low pressure center that spins and moves slower, and it looks like it wants to say snow on Saturday afternoon. So we'll just keep an eye for Friday night into Saturday. It also brings a warming trend into early next week, although it's a little colder again by next Thursday or so. So I guess the point here is that, I'm talking spring, I'm talking occasional 50s, occasional 60s, frequent 40s, but there's still enough of a cold pocket that an individual day could have an accumulating snow. And I'm about to put a post up. You wouldn't want to take the bet that snow is done, because we typically from here on out still have 4 accumulating snows, even if it's just a dusting or so. But we're getting there. We're getting there, folks. We always just have to exercise patience as we get to this time of the year for permanent spring weather. Okay, high temperatures today. 50s in the south, improving through the day. 40s around the Saginaw Bay area and the Thumb. 40s in the north. Tomorrow, low 60s most everywhere, except for some right on the water type places, but a lot of places will be about 62 degrees. Thursday will still be in the 60s and creeping toward the upper 60s from Flint, Kalamazoo, south and east, but other places will be in the 60s and far north in the 40s. Friday's a little cooler. Saturday could have that chilly weather. Okay, that's Saturday's high temperatures. Remember, weather system moving through. And then Sunday back to the 50s. Monday, 50s and 60s. Tuesday, 50s. Next Wednesday, maybe a brief cool down, 40s and 30s. And next Thursday, out at the end of the model run, but 50s, and then look to the west, 60s and 70s, as I showed you what a warm-up that could be shaping up. So it's happening. It's happening. It's just, it never is, a straight line for Michigan. It's kind of like the stock market, up and down. And sometimes like now it seems like it's painfully down. So there's your MLive morning weather update. Watch out in the Thumb and across the center part of the state for a light but slick possibility this morning until temperatures get above freezing late morning, and then get ready for some great weather tomorrow. Take care. Have yourselves a great day. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and this is the MLive morning weather update brought to you by Lush Lawn.